Hello there, gang. Devere here, playing a little bit of Underdread, and I thought I'd share it with you guys and gals. So what do we get with Underdread? Setting-wise, not a great amount. Not sure what that colour correction's about, but it does make everything purple. Or at least to my eyes. So, we might as well dive on in. Cancel out there. And I'll start a new game.
It all happened a few years ago. My daughter and I were taking a carriage along an old abandoned road and, to our delight, had finally reached a settlement. We decided to spend the night here. There was a long road ahead of us. But we never imagined how long it would actually be. At night I was awakened by some noises. The room was still empty, windows closed, and doors bolted shut. I didn't even understand at first that Lisa was simply gone. After searching for her and the inn proved unsuccessful, I tried asking the locals to see if anyone saw her, though to no avail. But what I did learn was that Lisa wasn't the first child to disappear. I've also learned about a detective who was searching for them, and even managed to return a few back home. I was told about a former local landlord's castle, where the detective was headed next. Gathering my courage, I went after him. Maybe he could help me in my search, or at least I could use some of the clues he may have found.
So this is set in 1800s, so would there have been detectives back then? Just in case you're unsure how to control a character. This is just this first level, such a basic tutorial really. This big stone door must be there for a reason. The question is, how do I unlock it? If you experience this with different requests, you can use a hint. To ask for a hint, press F. Try doing it now. You'll notice a little glowing icon and a little trail thing leading you to where you need to go next. But if you see down the bottom right there, they're not limitless. That is an incredibly irritating noise. They're not limitless, these hints and clues. You have to find them throughout the tokens for them throughout the game. And we also have other clues to find. I for inventory, J for your journal. Now there's a bug. It keeps notes from previous games, even when you start a new game. Yes, we figured that out, thank you. As I was trying to say before that smashing, grinding noise blew my ears off. Yeah, you can't just keep spamming F for extra clues to follow it around. You do have to find little tokens for them throughout the game. So I suppose it's a fair attempt at trying to make it so it's not holding your hand, but without being complete easy mode. So I'll give them credit for attempting something there. Now you might be looking at the graphics and getting a bit of a mobile vibe. Ooh, spooky. And you would be quite correct. This game originally was Slender Origins Part 2 or something, and then got ported over to the PC and renamed Underdread. The way ahead is blocked by a monster. Usually they will go away in time, but you can also press G to use the shield and scare the ghost away. Boom! Yeah, we're the ones scaring ghosts. They're actually wards. And like the clues, you do need to find them throughout the game. You can't just spam them every time it gets close. You do actually have to search and find little shield icons, which will give you more wards to use. At the moment, for the tutorial bit, you'll see they're infinite. How many have I got now? Have I got the... Oh, we've got all 4. Jolly good show. Yeah, it's a bit odd, really. I mean, I don't quite get what the Slender... Oh, will you shove off with that? That's not scary, that's not spooky, that's just bloody annoying. And it's going to end up in the result of punchings at some point. But I don't understand what the Slender connection is. nothing really in here that even remotely hints at Slender Man. I mean, maybe in the mobile version, or the cell phones, as our chaps across the pond would call it, there might well have been a Slender clone in here. But I've never seen one.
From the nameless detective's notes. I had a hunch that something was wrong with this castle, but I never imagined the actual scale of the thing going on here. A giant dungeon, a crypt filled with secrets, mysteries, and corpses. Stone stairs first take you deep down, and then from platform to platform. Outside the rooms, I can't even see the dungeon ceiling. I'm pretty sure terrible things happen here, and I'll find something, some clue or hint there.
And the next vibe you might be getting is possibly Amnesia: The Dark Descent. You'll also notice it's checkpoint based. Saving. So if you die you have to redo entire sections again. Why this is a problem will become apparent later. But there's definitely an Amnesia: Dark Descent vibe going on here. It's definitely, I think, been, let's just say, inspired by it very heavily. But with chucking the Slender Man name on because that sells, I guess. Wouldn't really call it a puzzle game as such. Not hardcore puzzle, that not by any stretch of the imagination. Really, in all honesty, it's more of a collect 'em up, as we shall see very shortly from here. You also notice bottom left for you to, of course, have a sprint, and of course it's metered. Now you'll see one of the first issues. If we walk up to this little chappy here, and I don't know what I can do with this statue. Yes. Until you find a note telling you what to do, you can't do it. That's not such a problem early game, but it will be later game. As I said, this is more of a collectathon than a puzzle. Collectathon than a puzzler. Ooh, a scary face watching us. Hide and Seek Champion 1784. But he's not the best. This chap is 1722. Still raining. Hello, sweetheart. So now, once we pick up this note, this scroll says that to open the bars on the bridge, I should just touch the statue. So now, of course, it will magically open. And why all this is a big issue, we shall see presently. Yes, that's the one. Because it leads to the biggest issue with this game is definitely backtracking. Oh, the horror, the horror. And we also got our next mechanic in game about to be thrown at us. We're being hunted by a killer whale by the sounds of it. What was that? I'd better hide. You don't just find a likely looking place to hide. As you see, it's something about an eye in the middle of the screen. Now we have a little eye icon anywhere we are like that. If we press control, once it goes closed, we're hidden. But even if you think you should be hidden, if you don't have that eye icon, see, here you can see us. And it's killed us. I shall show you now. Just quickly pop back there. So now if I go back to the same place, as long as I'm ducked, as long as I've got that little closed eye icon, it will come wandering along. This time round, it'll no longer be able to see us, even though we're in exactly the same place. Yeah, very bizarre choice. And there's our next puzzle, those little switches. See? Peekaboo. Alright, we know. Back into the little eye icon. So we've got to find some switches to throw. I want to say some switches to throw. I mean a lot of switches to throw. Luckily, you can actually sprint while you're crouched. And a quick pro tip here, if you do end up playing this, you've got to switch them switches. Oh, we've picked up another ward. To their red. You'll see they've got two settings on them. Red and green. Traditionally, green means go, and red means stop. Not here. Oh, we picked up an ancient coin as well. But I didn't know that the first time I played it. I assumed it would be green, of course. Oops. Quickly back in. No, that's it. He's lost track of me again. In fact, a lot of these things you see here, you're going to be coming back to pick up at a later point. Again, based on a note that you pick up. Let's just put off over there. Let's have a look over here. But yeah, so I went round, and as you're about to see, there's a lot of switches. So that's hidden, apparently. Right by a torch, in the open. That's hidden. But I went round, I switched them all to green, assuming that's what you needed to do. Collected the other items I needed, put them in. So then I used one of those little hint things to tell me what the hell I was doing. It said, yeah, you've got to turn them to red. So I had to drag myself all the way back round up here, switch them to red, then you get to the next room and you have to come back here to collect a load of other items, which will tell you is the next big problem. Right, he's potted off over that way. You might have noticed there's no indicator anywhere telling you how many switches, how many items I need to collect. There's nothing like that. There's no indicator that ever gives you a clue of how much it is, or how much of a thing you need to do. You're just left collecting, go back, check it. Nope, you need to have some more. Come back again. Oh, that is the game's number one killing issue, is just the backtracking. There is quite a bit to be done early game. So I think these items are always randomised as to where they're going to turn out as well. Just to add to the fun and frolics. I'm guessing as this was a mobile game, there was probably some in-store app purchase to probably speed things up. You see what I mean about these little buggers being tucked away all over the place? So it's not exactly a speedy game. I mean, you'd have noticed our skeleton chum there is not exactly a fast-paced fella. He's not got a wraith in his step. Oops, didn't mean to double-click there. So you'll spend a lot of time hovering around waiting for him to shove off. And sort of scuttling around trying to find what it is you need to pick up. And just make sure I'm in the eye zone. but some sort of indicator telling you just like how many items you had left or how many switches you had left would make this game so much more enjoyable. So is that everything now? Because of the fact you've only got limited hints, it's not like I could just keep spamming F to follow things around. No, that's just a random piece of paper. I think he's back down there now. I hope he is. Probably not going to escape if he's not. No, he's up here somewhere. So it's not that this is a terrible game, but it's just a bit dull and plodding, in all honesty, with a lot of backtracking. And it's mobile-like graphics. That's right, son. You keep pottering off down there, and I'll potter on off up here. Is this everything we need yet? Switch the green mark levers to red to lower the pillar. I hit F by mistake. I meant to left click. So I've just wasted my wasted my clue as well. And there's the levers. There's still some levers somewhere to switch in that case, or something to pick up. So I think we're going to conclude our dealings around here, gang. This is just... it's red. Oh no, look, it's taking us somewhere. Let's follow it along. Oh. No, hopefully that should be all of them. There better be, because we haven't got any clues left to tell us. Now matey boy's here again. I'll get back into the little corner that allows me to hide. Yeah, if it's not a marked spot, even if it's quite well concealed, and you're not concealed, and it's not a hiding spot, and he can get you. Right. Hopefully that's everything this time. Yes, success! Well, we're still going to conclude our dealings round about here, because now I'll find another note that tells me I need to go and collect something else, and and the backtracking continues. But yeah, definitely mobile looking graphics, are they not? I mean, they're not offensive on the upside. A sort of lo-fi appeal, but definitely, you can definitely tell this game's a mobile origins, and the fact it seems to have nothing to do with Slender. That was just a marketing ploy, I believe. So yes, this was Underdread. Not a terrible game, but just a lot of backtracking and cowering in dark corners for a lot of it. Does make it a bit plodding. I mean, the movement itself is a little bit sort of odd. Oh, what? He's popped in here. Are you? Oh, well. We'll definitely conclude our dealings here, gang, as he's about to do me. Well, come on. Hurry up. Get on with it. But yeah, not one of the better games, I'm afraid, in all honesty. But if you pick it up cheap, might be worth a time killer. Time filler, very little thriller, hard to say. But I just found it a little bit too sedate paced for my liking. So anyway, guys and gals, thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you found it useful and entertaining in some way. And as ever, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to let me know you're alive. And I shall see you all next time. Bye now.